Here's a good question. How do you spot the businesses with the potential to grow into something special? Well, Jamie McIver's got more business news.
Well, I don't have the answers, but I'm talking to somebody
wish
who
we
may
had,
very
we'd be
well
rich.
be able to, Ken. Hello, good morning again. So are the efforts focused on the right companies? Jim Duffy from Entrepreneurial Spark has his doubts. He says a misguided focus on scale-up, founded on what he describes as ego and vanity, could risk leaving the real starts behind. So Jim's with us now. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So just what's going wrong? What is wrong?
I think Scotland over the last 2 or 3 years has done some fantastic work in start-up and early stage ventures, but it's not right. We haven't got it right. And Sharika too wrote a fantastic report. It was all about scale-up, and all of a sudden this new word entered the lexicon of business. Everybody has to scale up, but you don't go from start-up on the Friday to scale up on the Monday. There's a big piece in between.
Is this just a case of learning to walk before you can run? Is it a case that some people are maybe just getting too excited about where brand new companies can go?
I think there's been a big the other word that's come in is unicorn, where these $1 billion valuation companies have come in, and there's about 200 odd of them in America. And right now in America, Bill Gates is warning against these valuations of where these companies are going. 2 of them have just had their valuation slashed, Evernote and Foursquare. So we look at this wave that's happening over there, and Scotland's jumping on the wave as the wave is actually beginning to come down. So you can create this contra aspirational, and some of the businesses that are out there are thinking, well, if I'm not scalable and I don't aspire to want to be in one of these $1 billion companies, then my business is no use.
So what sort of companies should the focus be on, and more importantly, how do you spot these companies?
Well, there's lots of incubators and accelerators out there, and Scottish Enterprise and Highlands Alliance have got some fantastic companies on their pipelines, their high growth pipelines. So they're all there, and Scotland's quite a small company when you find them.
But it must be hard sometimes to just spot what the smaller companies are with the potential to grow into something larger, because I'm sure even Tom Hunter or Willie Hawkey didn't always feel they were going to create significant businesses of scale.
But what you do is you create the aspiration in them, and then it's pretty formulaic. You get that first 150,000 or 250,000 investment in them, so they attract investors' eyes, angels' eyes, and then they watch how they execute in the money. But then it's getting to that 500,000 and 1 million, and that's the part where the danger comes. The 1 to 2 million investment, when they really start to grow from 10 to 50 to 75 people.
So very briefly, Jim, need to change some attitudes about what's sexy?
I think we need to focus on what we've got just now, make sure it's brilliant before we start filling people's heads full of nonsense.
Jim, thanks very much indeed for joining us this morning. That's Jim Duffy there from Entrepreneurial Spark.
Jamie, thanks very much. It's 7 minutes to 8.